Hey guys, today we're gonna play around with Drugstore makeup. We're gonna do a full-on makeup look. A lot of these products I've only done short form content with, just first impressions on initial application, that kind of thing. So you haven't necessarily seen everything here on the channel as a full-on video and application and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that today. We're gonna create a look. I don't know what it's gonna look like. Some of this stuff is new. Some of it, again, just first impressions on shorts. So let's get into it. To moisturize the skin, I'm going to use e.l.f.'s Hydration Cream. It is a moisturizer. It is super duper hydrating, so you don't need a lot. This thing is so stinking good. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. I feel like I would normally skip primer, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna go in with a primer. I just noticed it's e.l.f. too. Everything is Drugstore, so you'll be able to find at Ulta, Walmart, Walgreens, here and there, most of the stuff. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. Putty Primer. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this later, but we'll see. I'm gonna tap her in certain areas, and I know I say never apply anything luminous in these areas, but don't worry about it because this is a primer and I want everything to wear evenly and look even from beginning to end. But when we conceal and we powder the skin, we will mattify the areas that we don't want, you know, to be extra. If you missed my video where I showed you guys pro makeup artist tips, make sure you go check it out. I have 3 top tips that pretty much anyone can do. They're super easy and it'll transform your makeup. It'll look like a pro did it. In terms of my base and or foundation, I have 2 products. I don't know which one I want to try. So I have the CC Cream by e.l.f., which I did a shorts on, and then I have the the Super Stay 24-hour Hybrid Powdered Foundation by Maybelline. I haven't tried her, but I also feel like this might not be the most perfect shade match. I ended up getting 332. I'm slightly scared, but because this one's new, I'll just go ahead and try this one. Let's just hope it matches me well, or at least well enough to where I can just kind of like MacGyver the situation, because it's a powder. Oh, it comes with a little powder puff thingy underneath. Should I use this? And a mirror. I am going to attempt to use this, and I've never actually used one of these from the drugstore, and see how that goes. I hope it works out, because I've been looking for a maybe? Hold on. Oh no, I think this is, hold on. Let's not judge it. Hold on. It's kind of dark, but it's not. As in, it was too much on initial application. Like that one swipe was kind of like a lot all at once. But maybe, just maybe, if I were to go in with a brush and apply it the way I normally would, it's not a bad shade match. What shade is it? 332. This is supposed to last 24 hours on the skin. We're not doing a wear test, but first impressions, it's not a terrible shade match. At first, I was like, oh my God. Let's see how you do on my nose. I think I could work with this. I don't like that it didn't cover this area here. Oh, never mind, I'll take it back. All right, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let it sit so that the primer and the foundation become one, because it needs to set. It needs to kind of like set. And then I think I might go ahead and do one more layer to see if I get proper coverage. I kind of feel like this shade match is not horrible. The only thing is the one that was lighter than this was not a good match for me. So it was either this one or none of them. I'm gonna apply a little more. We are, of course, hoping for the best. I don't love that it's not covering the imperfection, but if we're gonna talk everyday wear, I don't think it's horrible. Like, I don't always have this, so I think this is definitely something to keep in my collection. It'll be easy to travel with. So I'll move on to concealer, and hopefully the concealer will like make everything make more sense. I'm gonna use the Pixi CC Crayon by Under Eye. I can apply this basically anywhere. So this is gonna balance out my under eye, but it's also going to brighten while we're at it. And I can go ahead and apply it here. Let's see. I'll use a brush to blend and diffuse. We'll do the same on the under eye. I would not use a sponge, although I have. I prefer a brush with this under eye product only because it is light on the under eye and it's slightly light on pigmentation. So with a sponge, it'll lift half of your pigment and then you won't have enough coverage underneath. Now, this is really just like a base or like a color corrector. Can you apply concealer over it? Yes. But because the shade works with my complexion, I totally skip concealer and go in with the color corrector. See, and it looks good. It is slightly lighter than the powdered foundation. You wanna know how good this product is? I haven't set it and it hasn't started creasing yet. Isn't that crazy? I had to go take a break because Cam didn't want to be in her room anymore. She wanted to come to the living room. She wanted a snack. It was a whole thing. I haven't set it yet. No creasing. Freaking fantastic. I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna set the under eye. Do I need to set it? I feel like I don't. It feels nice and kind of set, but I want that brightening effect. So I'm gonna go in with the Bare Focus by Wet n Wild. I'm only gonna do, oh goodness. I'm gonna do that teeny tiny amount, remove excess, pop it here, and then bring out. I want slightly brighter under eye for today. And then I will go in with whatever's left and apply that on my nose, on the chin, and the T-zone. You know, I was waiting to see if this foundation would oxidize on my skin, given that it's a powder and stuff. I still don't like that this is not covered. I'm gonna try. We're gonna try something. I'm gonna try to apply the little CC color corrector thingy thing. Tap. I'm gonna let it set since it sets almost to like a powder. And then I'll go in with that powdered foundation again. We're testing this out. I don't know if that's gonna work out. I don't know if it's gonna look chunky. I don't know if it's gonna look gross. We're gonna see. While that's happening, I will work on the brow. I'm gonna use the Maybelline New York Build a Brow. This was actually really nice. It takes a minute. Let me use a mirror, hold on. It does take a minute to fill in the brow. So if you don't have the time, skip it. But it does create little hair-like strokes. This is gonna be great for anyone who has brow hair, but you wanna fill in like these little sparse areas. If you need to really fill in your brows, because you have a lot of sparse areas and a lot of gaps, then I would say use like a regular pencil or a brow pomade, something that's gonna fill in your brows quickly. Unless you have all the time in the world, then be my guest. I admit I didn't love the gel. I feel like the gel kept the brow super shiny, which wasn't my vibe and it was kind of annoying. Did I tell you guys the shade that I have is... What's my shade? It's the darker one. This is the black brown. See, like it fills your brows. It does the job. And then with the gel, it'll kind of move everything around and make it look natural, but then the gel kind of stays shiny-ish, which I wasn't necessarily loving. But the brow looks good though. I'm not mad at her. To bronze the skin, I'm going to use a Thread Beauty Cover It corrector thing. This one's really dark. Actually, this is Rich Warm Golden. They sent me like an entire collection some time ago and I never really got around to using the really dark ones. But this is a multitaskable product. So you can technically apply this all over the face as a foundation. You can use it as concealer for highlighting. I really liked the formula. I believe this you can snag easily over at Target from what I recall. But no worries, everything is gonna be listed down below for you. Look how creamy and pretty that color is. Oh, that looks so pretty. I chose the perfect shade actually. And it is so pigmented, you don't need too much. So from one side, I'm able to like flip flop and apply on the other. And then I'll make sure I just quickly blend it down here. Now we're gonna go back to the foundation we used and the little powder puff, and let's see if it'll cover that up and if it looks semi-normal. What do you guys think? Kind of, right? Kind of? I think the foundation looks great on this skin. I think it balances out. Looks good. I was slightly concerned, but I feel that it'll look so much better if I were to use a brush next time. It'll be a little more lightweight on this skin, I think. Let's work on the eyes. Now, this I got at Ulta, so it's still kind of like drugstore. It's the About Face. It's a celebrity brand, so technically it's not full on drugstore, but I really wanted to try this and I bought it. So I've had this here for like 2 weeks. So this is a dual-ended smoky eyeshadow stick. I got mine. This is the eyes smoke stick. Mine is in Smoking Gun. You have an eyeliner on one side and like it's like a moussey thing on the other. It's supposed to be a long wear, so I'm gonna skip on primer today. And we're gonna see how this applies. Now this side is like a sponge. I took a smoky shade because I was like, you know what if I don't love it? I can always use a smoky shade for anything and everything. But this sponge thing already has the eyeshadow within it, which I think is actually pretty cool. So you don't have to do anything other than open it and apply as so. I don't like how it's a stiff sponge. It feels kind of like those rubbery rounded tips that you would use to smudge under the eye. It's pretty stiff. How do you get more product into it? Like, do I shaky? How do I, cause now, how do we do this, you guys? Do I do this? I'm confused. What the heck is going on? So I took the tip off. Obviously I paid for this, so I don't care. I'm just really trying to figure this out. This side had product on it. Oh my God, I think I broke it. Okay, let's shove you right back in there and hope that it works. This happens to me for not reading instructions. I shoved it back in. Your eyeshadow is in here. Don't lose the cap, girls. Don't lose the cap. So basically you have to, it's like a pomade shadow. Now I have more product. Now this damn thing makes sense. Okay. I saw it at the store. Oh, it's a dual-ended something. It looks cool. Let me grab it. Did zero research. This is all real first impressions. If you lose the tapita, you lost one of your dual ends, which would suck. This looks horrible. I know. We're gonna blend. This is just for application. I kind of wish it was a little bit of a blending brush instead of a sponge, but it's okay. I'm gonna go along the edges and blend, diffuse that. And then I really liked this color for the under eye, just a smidge. It's innovative. It's just something we're gonna have to get used to because I lose all my caps. So that wouldn't necessarily be a good thing, you know? And then this eyeliner, you can smudge on the eye, but you can also line your eye, which I'm going to do. Ooh, ooh, you saw that? Super creamy, very pigmented. Because it is that creamy, I am going to be extra careful. I'm gonna apply a little bit out here, and then I'll use the same brush to kind of smudge that. Oh, how pretty does this look already? I like it. And then just kind of smoke out here. Very grunge. They had different colors. They had like a purple. Super cute. I love how dark it is on the waterline, girl. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Panorama mascara because this thing is actually really nice. It builds well. It gives you really decent intensity considering it's drugstore. And when it comes to drugstore, like, I love me some Essence. I really like the L'Oreal and Maybelline ones. I haven't tried anything from e.l.f. that I've drooled over. Wet n Wild has maybe one or two that are okay, but not something that I'm like, oh my God, I need to like replenish no matter what. They've got some decent stuff. With the Panorama, I liked it because I'm able to get the intensity and some length. It is pretty effortless. I mean, they get like pretty thick, like, hello. But I can only do about 2.5 coats before it starts to look a little scary, but that's fine because that's typically what I would do, 2.5 coats. Eyes looking so pretty. I'm not even done applying mascara. I did not forget we need to apply a blush. I want to use the Palladio ones because these things are freaking stunning, like stunning. But I also feel like I don't want to go too bright on the cheeks. I want to keep her simple. So I'm thinking I'll probably use this one. This one is in cool pink and it is so pretty. But I also think it's going to give me what I need without it being way too much. Because the eyes. To blend this out, I'll use a beauty sponge. These are so pigmented. A lot of people were asking after seeing the shorts, where can you get these? You can go to Palladio.com or you can check out Sally's. Sally Beauty, they do have them. I saw them online. You can go in store. I don't know if every single store has them or select stores only, but Sally does carry Palladio. I'm sure there's other retailers, but near me I know it's Sally's and then Palladio.com. Now for the lips, I'm actually really excited because I received a package from L'Oreal and it contains 2 lippies. Apparently we have an intense brown nude and then we have the perfect pink nude. I'm gonna take a look at both of them and we're gonna see. Oh, that's pretty. This is shade number 601 and it's called Worth It. This is shade 570 and it is Worth It Intense. Let's try the intense shade. I don't know what this is gonna. Oh, It's bold, but not like insanely scary bold. I actually like this. This formula is really nice, by the way, but I like this color. How pretty is that? I know this is different for you guys because I would normally go with a nude. I would have normally gone with a lighter shade, but I feel like the intensity on the eyes, it's where it's at. So why not just be bold and do something slightly different than what I would normally do? I'm gonna give you guys a quick update because I feel like it's just fair. Look at my eyelids. And this is with zero primer. So the eye product by About Face is going to be a product that you're going to have to use a primer, and make sure you use a good primer because it's already shiny and it is creasing. Do I really like the product? Yes, I do. I wish it was more of a long wear something. They should have added priming properties. It is what it is. At least we own primers nowadays, so it's a non-issue, but I wanted to warn you guys. You want to make sure you go in with a primer prior to going in with the duo. Otherwise, it is going to crease. In the end, I think the makeup turned out really well. I blended the eye a little bit so it wouldn't look so crazy and ugly, but it turned out really well. I'm impressed with the Maybelline powdered foundation. I wish they had it a tinge lighter, but I was able to make it work. The under eye products are fantabulous. The under eye looks freaking flawless. The lippy is beautiful. The blush, the contour, everything. The one slight flop is the About Face product, and it wasn't even freaking drugstore prices. Crazy. Make sure you head on over to the comment section and let me know what your favorite drugstore eyeshadow is. Could be a palette, it could be a single, it could be a duo. I'm really curious about your suggestions because I'm looking to snag a few. Now this time we say hello and thank you to our channel members, the G Squad. These wonderful people are supporting the channel at a higher level, and in doing so, they have unlocked exclusive perks like YouTube providing them with their very own community page, a badge letting everyone know who a channel member is, and they're highlighting every single person's comments under my videos. They also have access to exclusive behind the scenes content as well as additional giveaways. So if you're ever interested in joining channel memberships, all you really need to do is hit the join button below any of my videos. Now YouTube is going to recommend a video based on your interests here on screen. I'll go ahead and recommend another one filled with more beauty content I think you're really going to enjoy. So I hope you consider checking it out, and I will see you guys on the next one.